So now we are going to learn about what are the current initiatives and standards for green computing. Okay. See, it wasn't really treasure that was sunken in that Minnesota lake, but something was down there. So Minnesota is the place in US. See, this book, it is written by the US author. So they have given in terms of that, and they are following so many e-waste management program and everything. So that is why all the places and references, everything is given in terms of US based states. Okay. And US country based, they have given everything. So in a lake, something was there. It is not a treasure. Treasure kuch bhi nahi tha. In the spring, they always call it as the season. See, here we say, right, summer, winter, and monsoon. Similarly, they have the semester, how we have semester 1, semester 2, they have spring semester. Okay, so like that, their semester name is also based on the season. Okay. So in the spring of 2006, discarded computer monitors started bobbing to the surface of Rice Lake and then washing ashore. Okay. Computer monitor and everything was found in the lake. By the fall, authorities had collected 64 monitors and other e-waste that had been criminally dumped into the lake. So harm they created to the species which are living over there. Really bad it is. The notion of a monitor popping up next to your fishing boat can be comical until you consider what's involved. So it is a criminal mistake. In this case, computer monitors pollute with mercury, cadmium and lead. These are there. Other forms of e-waste, discarded central processing unit, CPU, batteries, cellular telephones and so forth, contribute to those toxins and many others that can be released into our environment if improperly disposed of. And it's that e-waste that poses a threat to the environment around the world. Improper e-waste is the threat to the world. Okay. Just like speed limits. Speed breaker hai na sab building and sab road mein. And one road mein there is a speed limit. Only 20 km per hour you can drive your car. So like that. How long your grass can grow and how loud your party can be before the police arrive. Different regions have different requirements for the disposal of e-waste. So the e-waste also, different region, they have different timing. See how we have the rules, इतना time में party खत्म करना है, 10 बजे के बाद sound नहीं आना चाहिए. We should be very responsible to the society. We have to be a responsible citizen. First, we have to be a responsible citizen. Okay. पहले human being बन जाओ. बाद में achievement के लिए सोचो. Always people say, right. In schools also we have studied. Are you a human being first? You can think, right? Some action which is going to harm others. Why do you do that action? Only animals cannot think. Dogs bark at the night, 12 o'clock also, because it doesn't know. It is not supposed to bark at the night where people are sleeping. So we are not animals. We are human beings. First thing we have to realize that. For instance, the state of Massachusetts simply prohibits cathode ray tubes from landfills, whereas Minnesota requires product manufacturers to have a complex reclamation program in place. Okay, slowly, every state, they started rejecting the product which has to be buried in the landfills. Okay. Legislation in general is a moving target. Why there is a law? So people are not supposed to do the criminal activity. That is why there is a court, jail, law, everything is there. Now cyber, we are using the internet and cyber law is there. So this law and regulation has to be there. So the people will follow it. If there is no law or there is no regulation, people will not know the environmental damage. So legislation in general is a moving target. What is true today will be changed tomorrow. As such, be sure to check with your national and local rules and laws to see what applies to you. We have to always check. Okay. So we need to always check what are our government rules to be followed. Okay. So that checking should always be there. So then only we will follow everything. India mein kaise e-waste karna hai, how they are doing the e-waste, everything we need to check. In this chapter, we will look at what different countries and different states require for the disposal of e-waste. Requirements vary drastically. So we will also look at worldwide initiatives to reduce e-waste. We will kick off our discussion with an examination of United Nations and its efforts to ameliorate the e-waste problem. So in this chapter, so far we have understood so many things in green computing about the power and data center and electricity, everything we have understood. So in order to save our environment, e-waste has to be there, and each and every country, they have their own rules and regulation in order to have this e-waste. So in this chapter, we are going to study the various countries, especially United Nations, what they are following for the e-waste. Nowadays, everything is decided and thought in the terms of global initiative. Globally, what initiative has been taken. Okay. Although the Kyoto County Waste Management Plan forbids the dumping of hazardous waste, the issue is not just a local level concern. So Tanzania is a place, okay. So in that country, this particular waste management plan was there. Kyoto County IOWA, okay, waste management plan for the Tanzania KDA. So that is one country. So they planned. So let's take a look at some initiatives that can affect the whole planet. From the residents of Kyoto County to those in Bukoba, Tanzania. It is the place name. Okay, now you all just study only the concept. Don't worry about the name. United Nations. At the highest level of global governance in the United Nations, is the United Nations. Global level means first United Nations. Seeing that e-waste is an international concern, it has stepped forward and implemented its, remember this in MCQ point of view, everybody. Okay. Solving the e-waste problem program, that is a step program. Okay. Solving the T, e-waste E, P problem. Solving S, solving the e-waste problem program. Solving the e-waste problem. Don't misunderstand. STEP is not some sort of military organization where a strike force wearing hemp berets and carrying weapons made from recycled materials rappels into office buildings where CRPs are being disposed of unsafely. They are not going to use the gun and shoot anybody. Okay. So it is a program that is open to companies, government organizations, academic institutions, non-governmental organizations and non-profit organizations around the world. To be involved with the STEP, an organization has to commit to active and productive involvement in the STEP program. So I want to ask one thing to you all. What do you mean by commit? Can somebody say?
To perform something?
That is the act. What is the meaning of commit?
Involvement.
Involvement. Okay, very good.
To tell that what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
like
So
take responsibility.
yes, that responsibility word is very, very important. Excellent. Okay. So you have to commit to that work. Suppose just I give one example. I have given the project to you all. You have to commit yourself to do the project. Oh, मेरा project मुझे करना है. So with whole passion, with whole responsibility, with whole interest, you have to commit yourself. Then only it will be a success. You have joined BSc IT. Okay. So this course ke liye you have to commit yourself. Every subject you have to show full interest. You have to study and you have to participate. You have to interact with the teachers. You have to learn, gain knowledge from the experienced people and peer ke saath interaction, learn from each other. Everything you have to do with these 3 years. What did you learn these 3 years in SIS college? You should be able to say. When you can say, there are so many things are happening. When you commit yourself to that, okay, you have taken the responsibility of completing your BSc IT degree in a successful manner by learning all the varied subjects and the practicals, by attending the lectures regularly. So this commitment, not only today, मैंने अभी बताया सो आज करूँ नहीं. Commitment till the last lecture of the last semester, you have to commit yourself. Parents have done the duty of investing money for your education. Okay. So we are so lucky in India. Still we are taken care by our parents. They do too much hard work, right? But some other countries, after 16 years, they have to earn for themselves and they have to do. But here, if you see, people, they sell their property, they sell their so many things for kids' education. So how much commitment we need to give? So similarly, the government and the various organizations, they are investing on the information technology. So we need to be careful for disposing the equipment properly. So step. Be involved with the step. So step is the solving the e-waste program. So what they have to do, each and every organization, they have to commit to active and productive involvement in the STEP program. So what are their objective? So what they are planning? STEP program means solving the e-waste problem. How are they going to solve it? What are the steps they are taking it? First of all, optimizing the life cycle of electrical and electronic equipment by improving supply chains. optimizing. Okay, so optimizing in the sense making in a perfect manner. Your results are okay, better, but you have to do it in an optimized way because it should give some benefit. So all the electronic and electrical equipment, whatever they are using, okay. So life cycle means birth to death is the life cycle. That electrical and electronic equipment has to have a very good improvement manner. You need to use it. Closing material loops. Reducing contamination. So step program means they have taken the responsibility. So how can we do this? That is what you all have taken the initial step already through this project. You have started framing the question. You have started thinking towards that. How you can spread the awareness to the people, and you are also understanding what others are doing for the e-waste. Increasing the utilization of resources and the reuse of equipment. Exercising concern about disparities such as digital divide between industrializing and industrialized countries. Developing and developed countries के बीच में so many disparities are there. So that we are just understanding. And increasing public, scientific and business knowledge. Now you are all public. I am the public. Now I was not knowing anything about e-waste. Then you are giving knowledge to me. So that is the science. You are making me understand. Ma'am, ऐसा लैक में सॉरी लेक में डंप नहीं करना है मैम. E-waste program hai. So you need to give your product over there. Like that you are giving the scientific knowledge to me. Why I should not do it? You have to explain. उसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है? That is the scientific knowledge. Okay. Business knowledge means automatically electricity bill, cost, benefit, everything is there. Why people are doing business? For some profit. No one will do honorary service. They are doing business means उनको पैसा चाहिए, profit होना चाहिए. Developing clear policy recommendation. So this is their objectives. What are their principle? Principle means how are they going to achieve all their objective? Suppose, see, principle means it is a requirement which you all need to do. I am asking you all, what is your goal? You are saying, ma'am, my goal is BSc IT mein I want to score this many GPA. So I'll ask, what are you going to do? So what are the requirements? So regular study, regular understanding, sab kuch chahiye. So that is the requirements. But principle, what is your principle? So I will do this time. So like that you are keeping it a systematical manner based. So step program also, work is based on scientific assessments and incorporates a comprehensive view of the social, environmental and economic aspects of e-waste. So they are assessing scientifically how it is affecting the environment. What are the economic aspects are there in that? How it is impact to the society? That is the one thing. So what they do for that in order to achieve their objective, the step conducts research on the entire life cycle of electronic and electrical equipment and their global supply, process and the material flow. So which are electronics and which are electrical means all the wire and everything, plug, all these are electrical related. Electronic means laptop, mobile, all these are electronic item. So each and everything, small battery, electrical battery, what is the life cycle? Birth to death. What materials are used? Okay. Raw material to the finished product. What materials are used? Does it have any hazardous material? So that is water. Next. Steps, research and pilot projects are meant to contribute to the solution of e-waste problems. What is the meaning of pilot project? Check and tell me. What is the meaning of a pilot project? I'm waiting. Aram se bolo, okay? What did you understand? What is the meaning of pilot project?
It helps in analyzing the risk in the business.
Analyzing the risk, okay. What else? Are you all there, students? May I get a reply, yes or no, bata? Only he is there, Supreet.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your name? Kaif Ali. What is your name?
Ma'am, Ali.
Call you as Ali, it is enough. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Students, are you all there? Whoever is, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I am getting
Yes, ma'am.
only Sweetie say yes, ma'am. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
So आज मैं सुधा मैम को बताने वाली हूँ. Only very less students today. I don't know the reason. And today's attendance I am going to give for only person who are all saying yes and who are all interacting with me. बाकी everybody के लिए absent. So I have told many times this is the opportunity to talk. Okay, so you are all not talking. And this is a general subject also. You can tell your viewpoint. You are not doing. Try. Okay, you are tired today. Tomorrow also you will be tired. Day after tomorrow also you will be tired. Every day you will be tired. And pilot project you may not be knowing, but you can search in the Google. I gave the permission to search the Google and tell me the result. Okay. So that are all very, very important for you to learn. You are in a learning process. Yeah, tell me.
Can I? Ma'am, so the pilot project, it is an initial small scale implementation. Means, for example, in India, many startups have been started of entrepreneurship. That we can say it is a, pilot. It is a pilot project. Means and Through this they will guide, means the investors will guide the small entrepreneurs, so that they will get low risk in their business.
Very good. So you have nicely conveyed that to me. Okay, very nice. See, pilot project means you can consider this as a initiation. That is, you are initiating that with limited number of people. So that is what pilot project. Starting the STEP program with a limited number of people, they are launching the e-waste program project. Okay, that is what pilot project. We can call it as a demo, we can call it as a model. In our layman term, we can understand that. Okay. And as she nicely said, she explained in a nice way. So with limited number of people, when we are just starting it, so that time, so definitely there will be a low risk. So that is why it is known as a pilot project. You have a bigger aim, but initiate karo with the people and you start the e-waste program. So that is what they did in STEP. Okay. STEP's research and pilot projects are meant to contribute to the solution of e-waste problem. STEP condemns all illegal activities related to e-waste. Okay. So STEP program means their principle is no illegal activity. E-waste may no illegal activity. Illegal activity means some materials are exported to some other countries. So which we studied in the last chapter.
Smuggling, ma'am.
Smuggling, and we call it as for some other big purpose, but here illegal in the sense, what you said is correct. And all the material, all the laptop and everything, reuse के लिए and recycling के लिए they are shipping to some other country. So the labor is very cheap in other country for that reason. So that they wanted to avoid totally. So STEP condemns all illegal activities related to e-waste, including illegal shipments and reuse and recycling practices that are harmful to the environment and human health. STEP seeks to foster safe, ecological, and energy reuse and recycling practices around the globe in a socially responsible manner. So you have to be socially responsible. Task forces. STEP gets its work done by members within 5 task forces. These task forces address e-waste issues at varying levels. These task forces focuses on the research, analysis and facilitation of the pilot project. The work is executed by a secretariat hosted by the United Nations University, and progress is monitored by an international steering committee composed of key stakeholder groups. So there are some 5 tasks. Task force means, first one, what are the e-waste issues? Okay. That we need to understand. Second one, how we can launch the pilot project. What research? So pilot project means they are doing the research on the e-waste. Okay. And they are doing the analysis on the e-waste. So all these plus they are launching the pilot project for that. So how we can solve the e-waste. So that is what. So this one, someone has to host this, right? This, whatever they are thinking, it has to come to the execution. So then only there is a result. So this work is executed by a secretariat hosted by United Nations University. So this is executed by United Nations University. Then when something is going on, someone has to monitor that. ये कैसे चल रहा है? Okay. So it is monitored by International Steering Committee. Okay. And composed of key stakeholders. Stakeholder, the meaning of stakeholder is whoever is involved in that. Okay. Everybody is one project हमने लिया है, वो project में, see suppose you are working in the TCS company and TCS company has given project to you. Company is the which project? Government के लिए you are creating passport, okay, passport application you are creating, and you are working in TCS. So TCS, you and the government, everybody is the stakeholder of this project. Okay, so stakeholder means this is the meaning. So for the you need to understand that whoever is involved, customer, consumer, creator, project developer, everyone is the stakeholder. Okay. So the task forces are concerned with issues ranging from policy and legislation to designing e-waste management model. Okay. Nothing is easy. And everything you need government permission. So what policies, what regulations, what legislation we needed to bring in that. So everything needs to be decided. So these are the task forces. Policy and legislation, redesign, reuse, recycle, capacity building. Policy and legislation. The Policy and Legislation Task Force reports and analyzes the status of existing techniques and policies for managing e-waste. Based on its research and study, the Policy and Legislation Task Force makes recommendations for future e-waste management solutions. Okay, so studying the present and recommending for the future. Specifically, the task force does these things: analyzes and evaluates national legislation and the international framework for controlling and enforcing trade of e-waste and electronic recycling. Okay, so trade which is going on already, so they are first understanding that. Specifically, it examines how the European waste electrical and electronic equipment, WEEE, MCQ point of view, okay, and European waste electrical and electronic equipment. Next, restriction of hazardous substances. What is the meaning of it? You are not supposed to use. No, you can't avoid using, because metal, cadmium, everything, CRT and plastic, everything we need, but you can restrict. So restriction of hazardous substances and energy using products legislation, as well as Basel Convention. We will see what is the meaning of Basel Convention. Just remember this word, I will explain you. Basel Convention and other agreements on the national and international level achieve their aims with regard to recycling and minimizing environmental impact and how they contribute to sustainable development. The few lectures back, I asked you all the question the other day. What is the meaning of sustainable? Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am. Renewable.
Yeah. So what does it mean?
Renewable, ma'am. Ma'am, which
Renewable.
remains in the environment.
Which is,
We
sorry?
can use it again and again. It will never deplete.
Yes, ma'am.
To maintain a certain rate or level, like.
See, it has to sustain means you all would have understood. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
My
in short word, it would be called as renewable.
renewable is okay, but what have you understood? Sustainable development. It has to be there
Meeting the
for the
own
long.
needs without compromising the ability of future generation.
That is the correct way you need to understand for this particular subject के लिए. Okay. Sustainable, whatever you are saying, the synonym is correct. It may be correct. But whatever you are developing, okay, so which should not harm the environment. So sustainability, nowadays, everybody is going towards sustainability. If you go through it, you will understand it. The meaning of sustainability is developing something for the benefit of others. At the same time, you are not supposed to harm the environment. I gave you the example. If you remember, we are building the house, okay, but I am digging too much, and all the rivers and lakes I am dumping all the plastics and everything. There is global warming. I am enjoying, but future generation ke liye there is no water. There is no air to breathe, because everywhere there is no green. Everywhere I build the building. Sustainability, it is not sustainability. Sustainability means you are developing without causing problem to the future generation as well as for the environment. That is known as sustainable development. Okay, so that you need to. So in green computing point of view, for some other subject, according to that subject, you would have got the meaning. So here we are studying green computing. Okay, so in this way you need to understand and relate while studying. That's it. So studies green purchasing schemes, especially how they apply to e-waste in various countries and how that purchasing affects the trade of e-waste and used electronics product. Okay. So how it is affect the balance between the e-waste. Trade off means that is also there. So now it is time to ho gaya. With this I end the lecture because I will start from here tomorrow's lecture. Page number 50 you just remember. Okay. I will explain the various task forces in step. Okay. Remember all the points whatever we have discussed. So remaining I will teach tomorrow. I just take the attendance, after that you all can leave. You all can leave, students. See you all
Thank
tomorrow.
you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.